Have you ever considered silence as a luxury in our lives? In this era of constant hustle and bustle, silence is an overlooked treasure. We're living in a world that's always on, always buzzing, always filled with the persistent hum of technology and social media. The fear of quiet, the fear of solitude, it's all too real. So real, in fact, that we often drown out the silence with the noise of our lives. But, my friends, silence is not merely the absence of sound. Oh no, it's much more. It's a state of being, a realm where we can truly connect with our deepest selves and the world that surrounds us. It's within this silence that we can hear our own thoughts, feel our own emotions, and listen to our own inner voice. Silence is not just the absence of sound. It's a state of being, a space where we can truly connect with ourselves and the world around us. But silence comes at a price. It takes effort to create silence in our lives. You see, silence is not a passive state, but an active pursuit. It requires us to consciously shut out the noise, to step away from the distractions, and to dive deep into the quiet. It's not always easy, and it's not always comfortable. The courage it takes to embrace silence is profound. It's a courage that asks us to confront our fears, our insecurities. It's a courage that demands us to peel away the layers of noise that we've wrapped ourselves in, to stand bare in the quiet, exposed, and vulnerable. But why would we willingly seek out such a state? Why would we choose to face our deepest fears, to expose our hidden insecurities? The answer lies in the power of silence. In the quiet, we are given the chance to truly meet ourselves. We can hear the whispers of our own heart, the murmurs of our deepest desires. We can uncover the truths that we've been too afraid to face, the fears that we've been too scared to acknowledge. Embracing silence demands a willingness to be vulnerable. It asks us to open ourselves up, to let go of the defenses we've built, to allow the quiet to seep into our being. It's in this state of vulnerability that we truly open ourselves up to the power of silence. In silence, we can gain peace. The kind of peace that comes from knowing ourselves, from understanding our fears and desires. It's a peace that's born from acceptance, from embracing who we are and where we are in our lives. In silence, we can gain clarity. The kind of clarity that cuts through the noise, the distractions, the chaos of our lives. It's the clarity that allows us to see ourselves, our lives, our world in a new light. In silence, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves. We can tap into our creativity, our intuition, and our inner wisdom. We can find the strength to face our fears, the courage to embrace our insecurities, and the wisdom to navigate our lives with grace and authenticity. In silence, we can gain peace, clarity, and a deeper understanding of ourselves. We can tap into our creativity, our intuition, and our inner wisdom. Silence is a luxury, but it's a luxury worth paying for. How can we buy silence, you may ask? Imagine you're in the middle of an argument. The tension is palpable, your heart rate increases, and your ego flares. But what if, instead of feeding the fire, you choose to douse it with silence? It's a transaction, really. You're paying with your ego, trading it for a moment of peace. It's not an easy trade, but it's one that's worth it. Now, picture a day filled with chaos. Tasks are piling up, deadlines are looming, and it feels like there's not enough time in the day. Here, the price of silence is time. You have to be willing to carve out a moment for yourself amidst the chaos, to surrender a few minutes of your day for a slice of serenity. It's a steep price, but the reward is invaluable. Then, there are those times when you're surrounded by noise. The world is buzzing around you, a cacophony of sounds vying for your attention. To achieve silence here, you must invest your willpower to remain calm amidst the noise. You're paying with your patience, but the serenity you gain is worth every ounce of effort. And finally, let's talk about sadness. In those moments when negative thoughts threaten to consume you, silence might seem like a far-off dream. But it's within reach if you're willing to pay the price. You need to deduct those negative thoughts, gradually letting them go. It's a tough transaction, but the tranquility that comes afterwards, that's priceless. So when you find silence in your home or anywhere in your daily life and mind, spend it wisely to mold yourself. Silence is precious and costly, but when you get it, use it to the fullest for the betterment of you.